am I live? What's going on? I feel like y'all. Let me turn this light on, y'all. Hold on. I guess that's a tad bit better. Excuse my mess of a closet back there. I got all these clothes. I'm working on transitioning from summer clothes to winter clothes because this is fucking cold outside. But anyways, I wanted to come in here and talk to y'all about this Married to Medicine tonight. It was this episode where it was jam packed. I was like, it was so much going on. I was 30 minutes in, and I was like, it was still 30 minutes left to go. I was like, wow, okay, it's a lot going on in this episode. But Dr. Heavenly, I gotta give you a piece tonight because you did fuck up. I was gonna say how funny you was, but I ain't even gonna say that shit tonight. But it was funny when Dr. Heavenly was calling her Contessa. That shit was funny. I don't care what y'all say about Dr. Heavenly. I fucks with Dr. Heavenly because, like I said before, she has you know what? Dr. Heavenly has what I want from Kenya Moore on The Housewives. She knows that she has a slick ass mouth. She knows that, you know, she says shit out of pocket. But she's willing to admit, you know what, I did say that. You're not getting that out of Kenya. And that's why I focus with Heavenly. Because Heavenly be like, you know what, yeah, I did say that. And you know, oh, okay, I was wrong. You ain't getting that from Kenya. But I didn't like when Contessa was like, and now I'm calling the lady Contessa. What's the bitch name? Contessa? I like Contessa better. Because that shit funny as fuck. But when she was like, oh, I don't talk about people with disabilities or whatever, I didn't find that shit funny. I was trying to give Contessa a chance, but she fucked it up for me with that. I mean, it is what it is. Toya, I gotta give you a piece tonight too, bitch, because you set me wrong off when everybody was, you know, Contessa and Heavenly was having that little thing. But then you gonna bring the biggest bitch of them all and bring Mariah here on this black girl magic trip to work everything out with everybody. And then my thing is, you want everybody to work things out with Mariah because you and Mariah are working things out. That doesn't mean that everybody else has to work things out with Mariah, because Mariah has said some fucked up shit about these girls, and you know, at the reunion, there was a lot of, you know, shade thrown back and forth on both sides. But, you know, you can't expect everybody to move on just like you because everybody else, because you are. Everybody else, and then you got mad because everybody wasn't welcoming Mariah to the trip. They don't like her. They don't really fuck with her like that. I don't understand. You know, I just, Toya, whatever. She's one of those hit or miss cast members for me. It was funny when Simone was like, how the hell did this bitch get here? Like, Simone was like, you know, I'm not, you know, how did this happen? You know, Toya, what happened with this? But is it just me, and I love Quiet to Death, but it seems like to me that she needs to either separate from Dr. G for a while and they need to miss each other, or she needs to be single, because there's nothing wrong with saying, oh yeah, you know, my husband is a part of my blessing in my life. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, Quiet. You can be an independent woman and have a strong man, a good man too at the same time, girl. It's okay. Heavenly, you were wrong for saying that shit to Quiet. Heavenly has a mouth like me. You just say shit sometimes and you don't even be thinking about what you said because you quick with it, and you just be like, oh shit, I said that, and then you be like an hour later, you be like, damn, I really didn't mean to say that like that, but I didn't mean, you don't mean any harm, but you just said what you said. You didn't mean it. It just came out how it came out, and I'm trying to work on things to think before I speak, which is hard for some people. But, you know, it was a good point as to what Heavenly said. You know, that really was a good point. Kawhi, you're not giving your husband the family that he wants. So out of retaliation, he's saying, well, bitch, you know, okay, we've been married for 5 years and you still ain't pushed out no kids. You know, as for Quad and Mariah, I don't know what it's gonna take for them to get over this heap or whatever they have going on. And I just think, I do agree with Quad though. Mariah does say shit about people and then she'll apologize and then she'll continue to talk shit about them and then she'll be like, okay, well, let's work it out now. And it's kind of like, you know, Mariah, I don't really see you like that. It's kind of like, you know, you said this and you just expect me to move on past that. But I don't want to be biased as to Mariah because I know a lot of people, y'all like Mariah. I think Mariah blocked me on Twitter because last season I used to go back and forth with Mariah and she would tweet me back all the time and be like, oh, so I'm not supposed to be on the show now, whatever, and all this kind of stuff. And I don't know, I just don't see it for Mariah. So Mariah is gonna have to be one of those cast members, guys. When y'all hear me talk shit about Mariah, we're just gonna have to agree to disagree. You know, she's a fabulous bitch. She's a beautiful woman. She reads down to the ground, and that's just, if that's what y'all like, cool. I just don't see it for her. Moving right along. What else is going on tonight? I did like that Heavenly and Quintessa apologized to each other and they were able to move on. I didn't get why Toya was so upset or whatever, but you know, whatever. Toya, whatever. You know what? I look forward to Married to Medicine more than I do the Housewives this season because I'm gonna tell you why. Do you? I think I mentioned it in another video before. Do you see how they bring the new girl in? Contessa doesn't really like Heavenly. Heavenly doesn't really care for Contessa. So it's natural drama. You know, they have this real life stuff going on. Even though I think the husband fighting with the wives is kind of like Jackie inspired because it's kind of like, whoa, you know, I think Jackie and Curtis was a wake-up call because it's kind of like, you know, they were our inspiration and stay together, and now our inspiration has fallen apart. The inspiration has fallen apart. So as for the Housewives this season, it's kind of like we've been there, we've done it, you know, Nene's back, yay, but it's kind of like these girls, we've been seeing them arguing for so many years, and it's, I think, what, Married to Medicine is only on season 5, so we are kind of still getting to know them, because they don't get as many episodes as the Housewives, and I think they need to get more episodes, because the Housewives, I don't know, it's just like, they just don't, not to say that I don't like the show anymore, but it's like Portia still there, you know, they still got Cynthia, and it's kind of like y'all got rid of Phaedra because, you know, she made her.
I'm trying to get to the damn off for my